down an old dusty highway where the sunset paints the sky. I hear my boots on gravel and a lonesome whistle cry. Mama's voice still echoes from that wooden porch at home, singing songs of freedom on a broken radio tone. There's a picture on the dashboard, faded edges, black and white. Daddy with his old guitar, playing softly through the night. Every mile I travel feels like pages from my past. Golden roads of country, made to never fade or pass. These golden roads of country lead my heart back home. Through the pain and the glory, I was never alone. From the fields to the highways where my dreams still run free, on the golden roads of country that keep calling me. Neon lights and small town bars, stories poured with cheap red wine. Old men hum forgotten tunes from a simpler time. Love was rough and honest, like the calloused hands I knew. Every scar a memory, every song still true. I've lost friends along the way to the wind and passing years. Some to love, some to silence, some to bottled tears. But the radio still plays those old songs, slow and strong. They remind me who I am when the nights feel long. These golden roads of country lead my heart back home. Through the pain and the glory, I was never alone. From the fields to the highway where my dreams still run free, on the golden roads of country that keep calling me. If I fall beneath the starlight with a broken song to sing, let the sound of steel strings be the last damn thing. Tell the world I lived simple, loved honest, stood my ground on these golden roads of country where my soul was found. These golden roads of country ain't made of gold or stone. They're built from love and heartbreak and a place called home. When my journey's over and the night turns free, I'll ride the golden roads of country back to peace. Yeah, the golden roads of country still remember me, still remember me. Alarm clock before the sunrise, coffee strong, boots still wet. Another day on borrowed strength, another promise to forget. The world don't hand out mercy, it just takes what it can take. I learned that lesson early with every ache. I watched my daddy bend his back for $1 and a dream. Said, son, don't wait on luck, ain't nothing what it seems. So I clocked in every morning, rain, dust, heat, or cold. Yeah, I work my hands to the bone just to keep my soul. I work my hands to the bone for a life that won't slow down. Paid my dues in sweat and silence, kept my feet on solid ground. I didn't ask for easy answers or a throne, I just wanted something honest. So I work my hands to the bone. Every scar tells a story that I never wrote down. Every callus is a memory of staying, not backing out. I've been passed by faster dreams and men with cleaner shoes, but I sleep good at night knowing what I choose. There were nights I missed my children, missed the way my home felt warm, missed the chance to say I'm tired while the world kept pushing on. But I showed up when it mattered, did the best I've always known. Yeah, I traded time for honor, working hands to bone. I work my hands to the bone when quitting crossed my mind, held the line when hope felt thin and strength was hard to find. I don't shine like polished silver or gold stone, but there's pride in every wrinkle from working hands to bone. If I leave this world tomorrow, I won't leave it owing lies. I paid my way with effort, not excuses or alibis. Let the rich keep their comfort, let the lucky roll the dice. I'll take a tired kind of peace, earn the hard way twice. To the bone, and I do it all again for the right to stand up straight and call myself a man. I don't need a bigger story carved in stone. Just remember I stood my ground and worked my hands to the bone. There's a highway stretching endless under tired yellow lines. I've been chasing something missing since I left it all behind. Every town looks like a promise, every mile feels like a test. I keep driving through the silence with a heart that won't rest. Got a suitcase full of questions and a mirror I avoid. Every dream I ever carried feels heavier than void. I hear your voice in every station, like a song I've always known. But the farther that I wander, the more miles between me and home. There are miles between me and home, and ghost riding shotgun beside. Every wrong turn I ever took still asks me why. I don't know where this road is leading, but I know what I've outgrown. Yeah, I'm learning who I am with these miles between me and home. Neon lights and motel windows blinking like they understand. Every stranger's got a story written deep in calloused hands. I've seen hope in empty glasses, truth in words we never say. Funny how the road teaches lessons you can't learn if you stay. I've loved hard and lost harder, let pride write my goodbyes. I mistook the sound of freedom for the echo of my lies. Now every mile's a confession, every mile feels earned. I keep paying for the bridges I was too young to burn. There are miles between me and home, and regrets I still carry inside. Every sunset in my rear view feels like another goodbye. I don't know if I'll find forgiveness or just peace on my own, but I'm closer to the truth with these miles between me and home. If I turn back in the morning, will I recognize that man? Or did the road already change me more than I ever planned? Maybe home ain't just a place or a door I used to know. Maybe it's who I become after letting go. There were miles between me and home, but they taught me how to stand. Every scar became a lesson, every loss shaped who I am. If I ever find my way back, I won't walk it alone, 'cause I finally found myself in the miles between me and home. Yeah, the road keeps rolling on, but I don't feel so alone. No, I don't feel so alone. There's a wind on the prairie calling names I can't forget, through the dust and the silence of the towns the world regret. Old saloons stand empty with their stories on the floor, every wall still listening to the men who came before. Boot heels on wooden sidewalks echo ghosts from long ago. Outlaws, lovers, broken dreams buried deep beneath the snow. The moon hangs low and lonely like it's got something to say. Whispers of the old West still ride the night away. Hear the whispers of the old West in the cold and open air. Every prayer and promise still drifting everywhere. From the fires that burned at sundown to the stars that never rest, I still hear the voices in the whispers of the old West. There's a harmonica crying from a window painted red. A cowboy sings to memories of the life he nearly had. Love was hard as iron, faith was dust and bone, but every man kept walking till the trail felt like home. I've been riding through the ages, chasing truth and rusty signs. Every road feels borrowed from another place in time. I lay my hat in silence, let the night confess all the sins and stories of the wild and weary West. Hear the whispers of the old West in the cold and open air. Every prayer and promise still drifting everywhere. From the fires that burned at sundown to the stars that never rest, I still hear the voices in the whispers of the old West. If these plains could talk back, they'd sing slow and low of blood, of love, of freedom, and the cost we never know. So I listen in the darkness with my back against the wall to the ghosts of broken heroes who still answer when I call. Yeah, the whispers of the old West ain't just legends carved in stone. They're the tears and dreams of men who died alone. When my trail runs empty and my fire fades to rest, bury me with the stories of the whispers of the old West. Let the wind keep talking, let the silence confess, I'll be riding forever with the whispers of the old West. There's an old front porch swing still creaking in my mind. Summer nights and fireflies running out of time. Mama humming softly while the radio played low, songs about forever from so long ago. Daddy's hands were calloused from working dawn till dusk. He'd smile through the struggle like faith was all we trust. Those songs were more than music, they were lessons carved in stone, Timeless country memories that made a house a home. These timeless country memories still live inside of me. Through the laughter and the heartache, they're all I'll ever need. From the back roads to the moonlight, where my soul still wanders free, I carry timeless country memories. Saturday night dances on a dusty wooden floor, cheap guitars and honest love, we never asked for more. Promises were simple, like your hand holding mine. We thought that love would last forever, just like those melodies in time. The years roll by like highways, fading in the rain. Some dreams got forgotten, some still call my name. But every old familiar song brings it all back to me. Every note a photograph of who we used to be. These timeless country memories still live inside of me. Through the laughter and the heartache, they're all I'll ever need. From the back roads to the moonlight, where my soul still wanders free, I carry timeless country memories. If I lose my way someday and the world feels cold and strange, I'll turn the dial back slowly, let the past ease all the pain. 'Cause those voices from the vinyl still sing honest, still sing true. They remind me where I came from and what love's supposed to do. These timeless country memories ain't bound by years or time. They live in every broken heart and every simple line. When my story's almost over and my days drift like the breeze, bury me in timeless country memories. Yeah, those timeless country memories, they never fade away, they just get stronger with every yesterday. Neon flickers like it's tired, same old song on the jukebox plays. Bartender wipes the counter like it's done 1,000 days. Every stool's got a story, every glass knows my name. This place don't ask questions, it just listens to the pain. I said I'd quit this kind of living, said tonight would be the last. But promises sound different when you're drinking to the past. There's laughter in the corner from people I don't know. Funny how you feel the loneliest in a room that's full of souls. It's the last call at the broken bar. Lights are low, but the truth's too bright. I keep chasing ghosts and whiskey, trying to make it through the night. I don't drink to forget you, I drink to understand who we are. Yeah, I'm learning hard lessons at the last call at the broken bar. There's a mirror behind the bottles, shows a man I barely trust. He's got hope in his right hand and regret collecting dust. I've loved wrong, stayed too long, said words I can't take back. Every choice I ever made is sitting in this glass. The jukebox plays a slow goodbye, steel guitar cries low. Sounds like every road I took that I never should have drove. If I stumble out at closing time with my pride torn and scarred, at least I told the truth tonight at the broken bar. It's the last call at the broken bar, when excuses all run dry. I stop lying to myself when I look regret in the eye. I don't blame the night or whiskey for the man I'm so far. I just finally listened at the last call at the broken bar. Maybe tomorrow I'll be stronger, maybe I'll finally change, but tonight I sit with honesty and let it call my name. You can't outrun your shadow or drown it in a jar. Sometimes healing starts in silence at a broken bar. It was the last call at the broken bar, but not the end of the road. I left a little lighter than the weight I used to hold. If I ever find forgiveness, it won't come from how far. It'll start with who I was at the last call at the broken bar. Neon face, door swings slow, I step into the dark, but I'm not empty anymore. There's a melody in the air tonight from an old AM radio, cracking through the static like it did so long ago. Mama danced in the kitchen, Daddy tapped his boots in time. Those country songs from the golden years still sound just fine. Black and white photographs hanging on the wall. Every smile tells a story, every tear recalls it all. We didn't have much money, but the music filled the room. Those songs taught us how to love and how to make it through. These country songs from the golden years still shine like morning sun. Through the hard times and the heartache, they were always there when none. From the laughter to the lonely, from the truth to all the tears, I found my life in every line of country song from the golden years. Saturday night jukebox, neon glowing red, cheap beer and honest feelings of the things we never said. A steel guitar crying softly like it knew us by our names. Every song felt like a promise that love would never change. Now the world is moving faster, and the sound is different somehow. But when those old records start spinning, I'm right back there right now, in a place where words meant something and the truth was always clear. Living life between the verses of those golden year songs I hear. These country songs from the golden years still shine like morning sun. Through the hard times and the heartache, they were always there when none. From the laughter to the lonely, from the truth to all the tears, I found my life in every line of country songs from the golden years. If I ever lose direction and forget who I used to be, I'll play those old familiar songs and let them rescue me. 'Cause they never lied or pretended, they just sang what we all feel. In a world that keeps on changing, they're the only thing still real. Yeah, these country songs from the golden years ain't just music on a shelf. They're the voice of every broken heart and the best part of myself. When the night feels heavy and tomorrow's unclear, I'll lean on the truth and the comfort of country songs from the golden years. Let the needle fall one more time, let the memories reappear. I'll be singing along forever with those golden year country songs. The sky was barely waking when I heard the screen door close. Coffee still on the table, your jacket by the stove. You didn't say a word, just left a note with my name. Said, "I'm sorry, this is goodbye." Then the whistle came. Your boots were by the doorway, like you planned to come back home. But the bed felt twice as empty when I woke up alone. I stood there in the silence with your letter in my hand, trying to understand the meaning of a love I couldn't stand. She left with the morning train before the sun could rise, took all the words we never said and all the unanswered whys. I watched her disappear like smoke into the rain. Yeah, my heart broke quietly when she left with the morning train. We said love would last forever, said we'd face it side by side. But somewhere in the waiting, she learned how to hide. I thought staying meant commitment, thought leaving meant defeat. But I guess she found her freedom in the sound of those steel wheels. There's a town down by the station where the nights still call her name. Every train that passes through feels a little bit the same. I still turn when I hear footsteps, still look up when trains complain. Funny how the heart remembers every kind of pain. She left with the morning train, no tears, no last embrace, just a quiet kind of ending watching hope drift down the lane. Yeah, my world slowed to a whisper when she left with the morning train. Maybe love ain't always breaking, sometimes it just lets go. Sometimes leaving is the only way a heart can finally grow. I don't curse her for the leaving or the choice she had to make. I just wish she'd left a reason instead of this ache. She left with the morning train, but I stayed and learned the truth that you can't beg someone to stay when their heart's already moved. Now every sunrise finds me stronger, though the memory still remains. I learned how to let go slowly, like she left with a morning train. Yeah, the tracks still run behind this town, but I don't chase them anymore.